Here is my Tekno ET48 2.0 truggy. Not too many things are actually broken on the truck, just more or less worn out stuff, like the shocks I gotta go through. I'm basically gonna redo the whole truck like I just did with the buggy, but the rear shock tower ended up getting worn out on this because one of the screws came loose with the rear upper camber link. Just wore right through the whole slotted area, so I can only use actually the top hole or the bottom hole. I'll show you that in a minute, but since I'm taking the whole car apart, I ended up getting the RC screw kit for it as well. It's not for the truggy, it's for the actual buggy, but they use all the same screws, so it's perfect. I'll just end up changing them all out while I do that. Probably do the bearings because it's going to be all ripped apart. Gonna do all the diff oils, all the shocks. I already got new boots, new shock boots because they were destroyed. I got rear mud guards for it too. Those just came out. Shock shafts over there. Shock seals, front hinge pins. I bent those and rehammered them straight, so we'll replace those. Got the shock tower as well for the rear, and I'll show you that here. So the top link here, in order to see how shiny it is here. But basically when you put it in any of the middle spots, it is just completely worn out and shouldn't do that. So I left it loose so you can actually see how much movement it is, but you can put it in the top or bottom hole, but you put it in any of the middle and you'll tighten it here at the top, and by the time you come back in from a lap, it's in the bottom or it's somewhere else. So I was planning on using the further inside holes to make this link longer, but I just figured since I was ordering stuff, I might as well just get a new tower, and that way I can still use that row if I need to, because I kind of liked how the truggy already was set up basically out of the box, or what the stock settings. So I got the tower just in case I want to go back to that. This year I'm going to try a lot more adjusting, tweaking stuff, which I was doing on here. I was adjusting, playing with the sway more as I played with the springs. Definitely it felt like I needed the stiffer springs in the front, but I think I'm going to go back to the original springs in the rear and see how that goes, because one of the other guys did that and it did seem to help it more. So we'll just all new fluids, everything, new screw set. Basically going to be a whole brand new car. I even got the arms here for it. They're not as bad as the buggy, but since I'm rebuilding the whole car, I might as well just put new arms on it as well. This way it's just going to be new. There's still a good amount of play in these arms side to side. This side's not as bad as the other side. You kind of see it there, or at least hear it. But and even in the steering and stuff, it's still got some play. Even when you put new ones on, they still have a little bit of play in them, but this is a little bit more. So, and like that ball end I showed you going up and down actually just wore it out. So if you can't even just pull it off, you have to actually unscrew that whole bolt out of the pivot ball. That's what I was going to say. There's one chrome nut on there because the nut fell off, but the link and bolt didn't fall off. They were still kind of stuck together. And then that's why when it was bashing around in there, it just ate through the aluminum. So, it's going to happen. You don't check everything after you run it. And then once I started noticing that, I'd always check it, but then it'd always be tight, and then it'd come back once in a while and it was just totally loose. So just gonna have to keep an eye on a lot more things this year while I'm running the car. But also, like I said, I'm going to start doing more changes to it, maybe play around the inserts and stuff and the settings, see how that is, because I've gotten more used to actually just taking it apart, putting it all back together. The diffs are easy to get out, which is nice. And change the fluids out to see how those, because that's what I did last year. I did change the diff fluid several times. I didn't like what I went too low for, at least what I felt like was too low. And this year I'm going to bump them back up a little bit, but also kind of tone it down. So a lot of things I would like to get done, and right now is perfect time to do it. I just did the buggy. Truggy's the exact same thing basically, and yeah, now I'm gonna have to basically change all these screws again, and yeah, I'll do a little update video, maybe if I find something that's gone wrong through it, or just when I'm done, and let you know what I found. So thanks for watching.